So I was watching the Lakers and Hawks game last night, and everything was okay until we got into the closing final quarters of that game. And this tirade pursued. Uh, a heckler was going at LeBron James. LeBron James was kind of going back at the heckler. And the heckler said something that made LeBron James pause for a second, and then that's when they got into it. And then, as the referees were trying to restrain, well, not, I wouldn't say restrain, but try to, try to cool and calm the situation down. The the husband's wife was irate, and she was cussing and screaming a storm, and they tried to get her to sit down. They tried to calm her down, and none of that wasn't working. So they told the two hecklers to exit stage left. The husband, the wife, and two other associates of them left the arena. And on social media, she got on the male heckler who was a Hawk fan for 10 plus years. I would Google these people's names, but I don't think that's even necessary or important. Even the talking head shows are not even pronouncing their name. They're just calling the male and the female heckler courtside Karen, So courtside Karen got on social media and told her side of the story. Now, like my mom always says, son, there's three sides to a truth: your truth, their truth, and the actual truth. She was basically telling us her truth, and I think a lot of the stuff that she said in that video was very questionable. All right, but nevertheless, she basically said that LeBron James called her out of her name, told her to sit the blank down, was very rude to him. Even though no one else on social media is co-signing to this collaboration of her own doing. And I feel like later on today we're going to get the rest of the rest of the truth is going to drop. And I feel like later on this week the male heckler is going to be extremely pressured into issuing a apology, particularly about his behavior. And if his wife is smart enough, she would do the same thing, but the likelihood of that is non-existent. I don't think she's going to ever apologize. I think she's riding this 15 minutes of fame until the wheels fall off, and hopefully she will be a co-star on one of these reality shows like the Real Housewives of Atlanta, something like that. She also gave the middle finger salute to everyone in the arena, by the way. But so there's a lot of things I can go into. I feel like this demonstrates several examples. One, I feel like this demonstrates how just because you buy a ticket doesn't mean it gives you a license to act like a total jerk, a total fool. All right. There's rules and there's levels to this game. All right. And when you're talking about the NBA, particularly sitting courtside, those tickets are at high demand. So don't get it twisted thinking that no one else is going to buy these tickets. There's like a long list of people that will love to sit courtside to watch a basketball game. Okay. So just because you buy a ticket, it doesn't give you a license to act a buffoon or make things personal, or say something personal about an individual. And I feel like that's low-hanging fruit. Anybody that tries to insult someone's family, try to insult someone's problems, self-problems, or anything like that, that's low-hanging fruit. I mean, anybody can do that. If you can't really cook or bake somebody by their play or by their content, then, why even try? That's just low-hanging fruit, in my opinion. That just shows the weakness of that individual. Second thing this demonstrates is For all those out there that says this word is taboo and it's non-existent, it's existent, and it's white privilege. This shows that white privilege does exist. Now, for all those non-believers that were still non-believers after white privilege was demonstrated at the Capitol building, now you see white privilege rear its ugly head again last night. All right. Folks, white privilege do exist in our society, okay? And that's one of the things that we as Americans must fight and conquer and overcome is white privilege, okay? Thirdly, all money isn't good money. All money is not good money. There is some bad money out there. There's some evil, conniving money out there. And sometimes you have to sit up there and stand up and say, look, your money is not worth it. It's not worth the headache to give you an opportunity to buy something, to buy into a service or whatnot. All money is not good money. Now, like I said earlier in this video, there's three sides to the truth. Her side, LeBron James' side, and the actual truth. LeBron James issued a statement about the incident. He really didn't go too much into detail. But gathering what I have seen from LeBron James, I don't think LeBron James is that type of person that would say those types of things. And we have to figure out what did the male heckler say to LeBron James. They got him to stop for a brief second, and that's when they got into it. Okay, so I don't know what he said. LeBron said he stepped over the line, but he didn't go into full details about it. Now, I'm pretty sure he'll probably talk about it more later on tonight, and we'll figure out what he finally... There's mics everywhere, so best believe there's a mic that recorded the conversation of that interaction down there courtside. So we're about to find out in a couple of days what was actually said, okay? But I kind of lean towards believing LeBron James. I don't think LeBron James said anything out of line to him, as well as the wife, courtside Karen, by the way. But I feel like cooler heads are going to prevail. This guy wants to continue to watch basketball, want to continue to be courtside at Atlanta Hawk games. He said he's a diehard Atlanta Hawk fan. I feel like he's going to issue a statement apologizing for their behavior. I feel like alcohol did play a huge role in their behavior because alcohol clouds your judgment. And also alcohol is the de facto excuse where you lean towards when you behave a certain way. So I feel like those two individuals, as well as the other two, are going to issue statements saying, look, we drank a lot of alcohol. It clouded our judgment. It got the best of us. We're sorry. Okay. So, alcohol can't speak for itself. Alcohol is just going to have to take this excuse and just roll with it. All right. So I feel like that's what's going to happen, particularly when we get a little bit more tidbits of what happened courtside, what was said courtside. And I feel like there were mics there, and we're going to get the audio of it later on this week. And, if they're smart, they're going to play that role. Now, I don't know if this female is going to do that. She may issue a statement, but it'll be a half-hearted apology, still trying to blame it on LeBron James, still trying to blame it on the alcohol. Okay, so I feel like that's what's going to happen. And yeah, that's all I got to say on this video. It's your boy. I'm up out of here. Deuces.